Hello and welcome to today's QiRanger report. But first off, we're going to talk about something that happened at midnight last night. That's right, it is the Year of the Rat, the Chinese New Year, which happens to also coincide with the US political elections. Wonder if there's a strange cosmic coincidence going into effect right there. Who knows? Today we're going to talk about technology news and what's going on in that realm. First up, US customs officials. Now, it's been a long-standing process with customs around the world that as you come into a country, you take some time and they ask you some questions. They sometimes go through your belongings to make sure you're not bringing in any contraband. Now, US customs officials have gone one step further and are now checking the electronic devices. Now, we're talking laptops, we're talking MP3 players, we're talking PDAs, mobile phones. But customs officials are now actually copying data off these devices and bringing it into the government's realm of property. Now, a lot of privacy advocates are saying that this is an illegal search and seizure, there's no probable cause, and the US government is pushing back saying this is all part of their anti-terrorism function. Now, one thing that is interesting is that customs officials are actually copying data, and we're talking music files, movie files, and so forth. And I wonder how long it's going to be before the Motion Picture Association and the Recording Industry of America get on their wagon and start suing them for illegal copyright infringement. Second, we have a really cool story on the genetic manipulation of a zebrafish. Now, one of the cool things you can do with very simple genetics is elicit certain traits. Now, what these researchers have done is actually bred a zebrafish that is completely transparent. Now, this may sound kind of cruel or fun, but this actually has a really interesting medical benefit. You see, what these scientists are doing is that they're using this fish to examine the way that various diseases progress, most notably cancer, because we as scientists really don't know how the disease starts, how it spreads, and so forth. Now, using this transparent fish, they're actually able to induce these diseases and then actually see how they progress because it's transparent. You can see the organs, you can see the tissue, you can see the malformities as they develop. So it's actually kind of cool from a medical research standpoint. So kudos to them for developing that. And finally, this comes from Australia. Microsoft is facing another blow to the Vista system. A lot of computer users in Australia have actually created a petition to save Microsoft XP, the last generation operating system. The petition has actually garnered 75,000 signatures and has been officially recognized by Microsoft. Now, a lot of people are really upset with Vista. They say it's a buggy system. Some benchmarks have shown that even with the release of Vista SP1, it's still not as fast as XP. And they just don't want to upgrade. And this actually continues to be one of the banes of Vista's exposure to the world, because XP, for all its faults, has been around and is pretty reliable. Now, the other thing that the Vista has going against it is that in 2009, the next Microsoft operating system is slated to be released. Now, Microsoft is weighing whether or not to keep XP around for a little bit longer, but they're mulling that over because, quote unquote, a lot of businesses are making the way to upgrade to Vista soon. Now, that's kind of a misnomer. The reason why a lot of these businesses, at least to the technology professionals I've spoken to, the reason why these businesses are upgrading to Vista is because Microsoft is actually going to cease supporting business applications on XP. So they really have no choice but to upgrade. It'll be interesting to see how Microsoft responds to this and whether or not XP stays around a little bit longer. And finally, I want to give a shout out to my brother, Mr. Gary. Kudos to you. Now, my longtime subscribers will know that back in May, my youngest brother was in his laboratory and suffered a big explosion and blew out part of his eye. Here's a picture. It's a little bit graphic, but you can kind of see the damage that he withstood from that. Now, the cool thing is that with all the operations, with all the treatment stuff, he's always had a dream of becoming an astronaut. And the other day when he was meeting with his retina specialist cleared him to apply for the next astronaut class. So kudos to you, Gary. Be thinking great thoughts for you. And that's today's QiRanger report. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, please leave them below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Or if you have any other ideas, please post a video response. We'll catch you later.